What's going on? Born for Sports. Salute the New York Giant Nation. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe button to Born for Sports. Well, it's that good time of the year when you know football business is picking up. And can only be talking about one thing, Giant Nation. I'm talking about practice and pads. Full padded practice week for the New York Giants 2026 training camp. And his first training camp under John Harbaugh. Listen, I was excited last week when we returned in general, and I was happy about that. But nothing gets me more charged up to make me feel like football is right around the corner than the padded practice week periods. And as we know, the New York Giants are in West Virginia, and they're locked in. And all the reports have been so far, for the most part, solid. We'll get to in a moment. But this is my recap of the week, and I've been paying attention. I've been catching a lot of content creators, what they had to say, and I'm here to give you my take. So let's get it started. Well, the first thing, which is the big story right now going around camp, is the offense has been struggling. Jackson Dart has not looked great. He's been up and down, and it's been a lot of inconsistencies based on reports, based on what Coach Harbaugh, has been talking about in his pressers that I've been paying close attention to, with the highlights that I've seen and stuff that I read for the media. But there's two ways to look at this, and for now, I'm going to choose to look at it this way. First of all, the offense so far is struggling to find consistency, but not worry yet. And on the flip side, I'll get to in a moment, the defense is showing legit potential, is what I like to see. But right now, let's focus on Jackson Dart and the progress of this offense under new offensive coordinator Matt Nagy. Okay? Obviously, it's going to take some time. Malik Neighbors is not out there, to get acclimated with Jackson Dart. It's been an influx of position battle at the wide receiver 2 position. So there's going to be some inconsistencies, but they have shown flashes of what they could be, as Dart has also connected on some nice plays to the receivers, as far as Malachi Fields, the rookie, who I'll get to in a few. He's worked with his receivers. Odell Beckham, he's gotten into the mix. There's been some good stuff there. But for the most part, listen, it's not ideal right now, but we have to be patient. And I'm willing to do that. Preseason's next week. We'll get more of a feel of where they're at. But clearly this is going to take some time. Jackson Dart, in his second year in the league, learning a whole new offense. He's going to be on the center more, something he didn't do in college. He didn't do much of last year. He's capable of doing it, but he hasn't had a chance to do it consistently, I should say. Also, cadences, they're working on that. That's a big part of what they're going to do under John Harbaugh and Matt Nagy in this offense. So there are some things there. Jackson Dart trying to find rhythm with new receivers. So we got to be patient, y'all. It's early, but I do want to see sooner rather than later this offense start to kick in gear and have some good days in training camp. Now, the flip side, of course, is how well the defense is playing. And they're showing legit potential, in my opinion, folks. Okay? And if you listen to me, I've been saying I am high on this defense. I think this defense is going to be the reason why this New York Giant team is going to rise this year and become a good team and contend for the playoff spot. And I feel like if that's going to happen, the defense is going to have to lead the way anyway, because I think the most potential of this football team is on the defensive side. It is there. And I know we lost Dexter Lawrence. I'm aware of that. But you're not going to find Dexter Lawrence kind of players everywhere. But it doesn't mean you can't have a successful defense if you do the other things well, which is assignment football. And I think this team can do that under this defensive coordinator. We don't have a bubblehead defensive coordinator this year. Denard Wilson is the real deal. He's a good defensive coordinator. He's capable of putting a game plan together that makes sense and have answers when the game plan ain't working. Unlike the other guy, Mr. Shane Bowen, who's not here no more. So you look at the front seven, you look at point of attack football, you see the D line. We know that the defensive tackle position is going to be a key against the run, but our linebacker core is for real this year, y'all. We got Tremaine Edmonds. We got Arvell Reese, who I'm going to get to in a moment. We got a healthy McFadden returning. Even Jack Kelly, a six-round pick, is turning heads. So, listen, I think this team defensively, the way they have started and doing things is a good sign going forward. Let's see if we can keep building on that. We know the bread will be buttered with the pass rush. And the pass rush, Abdul Carter has dominated so far most of training camp from what I've been reading. And going into year 2, Giant fans, you got to love that. You got to love that, okay? Because that's what you want to have in your third pick overall in the draft. You want to see progression to the next level every year. And it looks like Abdul Carter might be getting ready to be unlocked by a real defensive coordinator and coaching staff that knows what they're doing. Also, Brian Burns, you know what he can do. He was our best defensive player last year. So you know healthy, which we'll get to soon in a moment, he will be there as well. Kayvon Thibodeau, I'm hearing, is playing very well on the defensive side of the ball. He's dominating the second team. We know he's going to have to come off the bench, because so far in camp, the starters have been on the edge, Burns and Abdul Carter. So Kayvon is still going to be a big part of this team, and I expect a big jump in a contract year for Kayvon Thibodeau, who's been wildly underrated by Giant fans. It's about health with Kayvon, and if he can stay healthy, man, oh man, the talent is there. The talent is there in this front seven to dominate. Also, the back end. People are talking it throughout camp, and a lot of videos I've seen from media that, hey, Adebo looks a little better this year. He's been up and down, but he looks a lot better and more comfortable. The DB room is up. Colton Hood, rookie. Newsom has had his moments. Obviously, is a work in progress there on that side of the ball, but we'll see how it goes. That's what camp is for. Also, Javon Holland has looked good from what I've read. He's looked more comfortable. He's looking like a veteran safety we paid. We'll see down the road if he'll give us that when the games count. Also, Tyler Newman has talked openly, who's going into his third year, who I had high hopes for when we drafted him out of Minnesota, who had a terrible year last year. He is saying this coaching staff is putting him in positions where he feels more comfortable in the defensive scheme. That's a good sign here that we might be getting better than what people are thinking on that back end of the football team, which has the most question marks in my opinion. So we'll see going forward. But listen, folks, the defense I expect to be a major force this year for this New York Giant team. So far, so good. We'll see what happens going forward as the games that count get closer. Now, I also want to talk about OBJ. I mean, I'm rooting for OBJ to make this team for a lot of reasons. Number one, the main reason is we don't have a wide receiver 2 right now that we can pencil in and be confident in anyway. So Odell has looked good. It's about health. He looks good running routes. We'll see, obviously, when the games count. But he's looking good running his routes. He isn't looking explosive like the Odell of old, but we know that, and he'll be the first to say that he's not that guy from before. But he still catches the ball. He's been very assured in that. That has not been a problem for Odell in the past much. But how could you not, with this version, even as Giant fans, if we had a sour taste of when OBJ left here, okay? For whatever side you chose, it was a sour taste. This version of Odell is a version more welcome to me, okay? He's more mature. He's been said to showing a lot of leadership in that locker room with the other receivers in the locker room, okay, with Jackson Dart. I like that. How could you not root for this version of Odell to make this team, okay? Malik Neighbors is a question mark right now. He's looking good in his progress. That's a good sign. But until we see him out there and we see him being with that explosive being himself, it's a question mark. Okay, it's a question mark. So we're gonna need guys to be assignment football based and do their job. And if Odell is healthy and looking good, he's got to make this team, in my opinion. And how could you not root for that? This version of him is what I like. Maturity. And it's helping in the locker room. I even saw, credit to Art Stapleton, I saw a tweet the other day and on one of his podcasts that he put out that he wouldn't be surprised if Odell wants to stick with the team as on the practice squad to begin the season if it means helping the football team roster-wise. And if he do that, I mean, how could you be upset about that? I want him to make the team, obviously, and be out there and contribute. But it just goes to show you how much this means to him to finish his career on a high note with the New York Football Giants. And that gives me nostalgia. It gives me all the feels. I'm rooting for Odell. I want this to work. This version of Odell, this mature version of Odell, something we did not see a lot of in the first time around, is a welcome sight. Let's root for Odell. I know I will be. Now, the rookie progress. And I'm excited about this. The talk has been Arvell Reese. He has looked tremendous. And this topic I want to talk about, rookie progress. Reese and Malinois showing they belong, and Fields and Hood turning heads. This rookie class so far has shown they are able to flash to give Harbaugh confidence that maybe they could contribute faster than people think. And that's a good thing. Now, Arvell Reese and Malinois, they were both 2 first-round picks, top 10 picks. So you expect them to contribute right away. But let me say, based on what I'm hearing on Arvell Reese, how could you not be excited as a Giant fan right now? This kid is he's showing he belongs out there. I mean, he has been getting the most glowing reviews from what I've read. He's out there making coverage. He's making coverage plays out there. He even showed when lining up, when they use him as a pass rusher, he gave Andrew Thomas an issue, the great Andrew Thomas. He's out there showing he's getting the assignments. He doesn't make the same mistake twice. You know rookies are going to make mistakes. But how fast do they learn from the mistakes? And according to reports, and from what the coaching staff is talking about and players around, they're impressed how fast he picks up this defense. He's where he needs to be. That is a good sign. I mean, we know what he can do. In college, he was a violent sideline-to-sideline player. He attacked the football, attacked the ball carrier, attacked the quarterback, whatever you want to do. The ultimate joker in a defense. That's a tremendous sign. How could you not be excited about Arvell Reese? I know yours truly is. And Maui Noah. Now, I'm more on the line of a point of attack on the offensive line. When you don't hear much about an offensive lineman, especially a rookie offensive lineman, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That means they're out there doing their job and showing they belong and having chemistry with the line. And even as a rookie, playing a new position in Maui Noah, from what I've read, there hasn't been much negative out there. He's out there competing. He's getting continuity with his teammates. You know, that's a tremendous sign. Okay, and like I said, no news is good news when it comes to offensive lineman work, and that's a good sign going forward. And I can't wait till I see that kid hit somebody when the games count next week. As far as preseason goes, where the games count when you can hit another teammate, someone else that is not a teammate, pardon me. That is what I want to see, and I know Giant fans should be looking forward to as well. Also, Malachi Fields has flashed, and so has Mr. Colton Hood. Malachi Fields has had a good camp from what I've read. He's building chemistry with Jackson Dart. I saw a play, they said a couple of practices ago, I believe it was Tuesday, or it could have been yesterday, but he caught a bomb to open up a practice, caught a bomb from Jackson Dart. He's out there blocking. His blocking trade is already there. He did that well in college. That's a good sign as well. Colton Hood, he's also looked good from what I've read. He is, he's giving up some plays, but he's also showed that he can play, he can cover, he's tackled well in the padded practices. That's a good sign about this rookie progress in this rookie class. Also, the injury report we get to. Brian Burns, the injury is considered minor, but I saw yesterday that he also had a leg issue He came out. They didn't let him do anything the day before yesterday, I should say. But yesterday, he didn't do much. They sat him. Harbaugh said it was minor, nothing to get excited or upset about. It was just a rest veteran day to make sure that's under control. Today was not a padded practice, as the limit of the practices during the week were expired. You can only go 3 days in a row. You can't go 4. So it was a light walkthrough today. They said Burns did not participate much, but he was in participating with the walkthrough of the team, so that's a good sign. However, the not so good news is Drew Phillips. He has a mild knee sprain, according to John Harbaugh in his presser. He's going to miss some time. Phillips looked like he was settling in. Didn't hear too much bad about what was going on with him, but he was out there and is a part of this team and was competing for that slot corner job. He's going to miss some time with a mild knee sprain. So hopefully he'll get back soon. And obviously the biggest story is the sigh of relief that Brian Burns is okay. Well, that's going to do it for me. Let me know in the comments, Giant Nation, how you feel about the first week of padded practice. And what is your take on the progress of this offense? Are you concerned, or are you going to rely on patience? And don't forget to like and subscribe to Ball for Sports. Let's go Giants.